Right, are we live? I can't be asked to do the green screen today, so you're seeing a normal background instead of nothing. Even though I could just do it, it takes a few seconds. Just be a chill little stream. Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, that's good. Put the wrong headphones on. So they've announced the fixture now, which is good news for me as well because I'm coming to Australia for round one. But although there's now an opening round, there's an opening round with 4 games, and then there's a round one, and over the course of the first few rounds, there'll be bye rounds. So like the opening round, there's 10 teams with bye rounds. The other 8 teams will have a bye round as well at some point in the first few rounds. It was very confusing. I feel like some of those teams that have a bye round later on will have an advantage over these teams because, like, a bye round at the start of the season that doesn't give you that much more rest. um, so I find that weird because I think one of the bye rounds is like round 7, right? Wait, let me check. Oh, okay, round 6 then I think it is. Yeah, Richmond and Melbourne, they're gonna get a nice advantage there. They're gonna have a bye round in round 6. You know how good that is compared to 10 teams having a bye round at the start. What's, oh yeah, typical by the way. Richmond getting favoured again. I bet they have like 10 MCG fixtures as well, just to take the piss. I don't really understand the logic here. I kind of wish this was like West Coast at home because then I could have gone to it because I am in West Coast. I'm in Perth on that day, but that's not happening. And then after this day, I'm in Sydney, so timing is wrong. But anyway, where was I? Where was I? Yeah, just having an opening round here, and then going into round one is just really weird to me. It's just round 2, 3, and 5 are by yeah. Maybe it's not that much of an advantage for like round 2 and 3, but like teams that got a bye round in round 5 and 6, they have a nice advantage over these teams because they kind of get an extra break. Yes, I know it's only 6 rounds in. It's not like it's a huge amount, but still, a bye in round 6, I think, will make a nice difference to a start of the season bye. Melbourne play March 7th for the season opener, then wait 10 days till last day of round to play again. So yeah, the first 5 games: Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Carlton, Gold Coast, Richmond, GWS, Collingwood. Last night I saw it. Like I got a notification from Hawthorn saying the fixture's been announced. I'm just like, yes, that's great. I check it. I'm just like, I saw this and I thought, is this pre-season? Why is there only 4 games in pre-season? And I realized, wait a second, this is the actual season. And it's 4 games before round 1, opening round, then round 1. What is this round ground? As in, like, you know, when you go to lift and there's ground floor, there's first floor. Is that what this is? Opening round, round 1. What's going on? When I take it on sale, by the way, I assume in December. I think it was 3 months before, right? Well, I used to look up regular season fixtures before. I don't know, but anyway, I won't be going to any of these games. Just so you know, just the timing is wrong. I'm in Sydney after this game. Can you believe my luck there? Yeah. Right. So yeah, those are the first 4 games. Then round 1 is a full round. So the ladder's going to look a bit weird up to round 6. Really, it's going to look weird already after this round. Carlton Richmond. I would like to go to this game. I'll be in Melbourne on that day. I'd like to go to this game. And Essendon Hawthorn is very nice. It's a very nicely timed game. Obviously, it's not 2:40. It's 2:45 in England, but like in Australia, that would be like, I think it'd be 1:45 p.m. But that's before the times change. So like, this would be 4:45 a.m. A few weeks later. So ideally, going to these 3 games would be great. A nice 3 days in a row. A GWS game on Saturday nights. There is that. How far is that from Sydney CBD? Just casually revealing where I'm going to be in Sydney. Well, to be fair, I won't be in. I won't be there. My hotel will be there, but like half the time I'll be like on exploring. We go. There's some places in New South Wales I want to visit, and they do tours from Sydney. So, I didn't say hello, by the way. Hello to Hyper. Hello to Mask. Hello to Grass 10. Opening rounds are dumb things all the time. I agree. I might have to make another Stupid Idiots video just off that. There's one comment today. There were Stupid Idiots videos every day up to, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. Up to Wednesday. And then one on Friday, one on Sunday. So from now to Wednesday, every day. And there'll be 2 in one of those days, and then there'll be another one on the Friday after, then the Sunday after. After that's done, I might have to make another one on this bloody opening round. But yeah, there is the Giants game. You're all right there, Mask. You're not. It's like 10 kilometers. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So yeah, Essendon, Hawthorn, Collingwood, Sydney, Carlton, Richmond, some nice opening games. Obviously got the traditional game, which is now not the first game, even though this is apparently round 1 is the first game, but actually there's 4 games before that. I like how they're all games outside Victoria as well. That's I'm hoping to see Sydney and Gold Coast win just for justice, because they're getting a bye round 6, so we need to diminish that bye round. We need to equalise it. Giants North. Not going to read out every single fixture, but you can see it on the screen. Melbourne Dog should be quite a good game, I think. That should be interesting. Freo Brisbane, 2 of my favourite teams. Port versus Eagles got Channel 7 game over D's Dogs at the G. The blockbuster Port versus Eagles. You never know, mate. Maybe the Eagles will be back. Slim chance of that happening. There's going to be some sort of surprise for sure, but it's not going to be West Coast. I'll tell you that for free. I mean, I think we all know that anyway. Saints Collingwood was good last year at the start of the season. Maybe might be good again. That was in the Gavaran, wasn't it? When they had that 6-point game. Although Saints did score 2 goals in the last 2 minutes, so it wasn't as close as a scoreline made out. Adelaide Geelong could be a good game. Oh, bloomin' heck, we got Melbourne and round 2. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. You got Brisbane and Carlton bye rounds here. West Coast GWS should be interesting. Richmond Port. Richmond and Melbourne have the round 6 bye, but they have a 7-day break because they play on Wednesday the next round. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know that. What about the round 5 bye teams? Brisbane, Collingwood, big one. We'll see if Brisbane can recover. They didn't get smashed, obviously, in the grand final, but losing by a few points can also affect you. So we'll see how they do. They still got the squad to do well. We'll see if they can continue with their Gabba factor. As long as that continues, they'll at least be in the 8. North Carlton, Freo Adelaide, Essendon Saints. Yes, Hawks Geelong. I swear this is after. No, it's not. It's not after. Yeah, that is Easter Monday. Yeah, that is Easter. Yeah, that makes sense. That is Easter Monday. Fair enough. Hopefully we can beat them, but I'm not holding too much hope for that. But we'll see. Adelaide, Melbourne. We got the Magpies, and the games don't get easier for us, do they? Yeah, we don't have a very nice start. This one's the Gav round, in fairness, but still, regardless, it's Collingwood anyway is a problem at the moment. They got a 3rd ground. It was just over on Hills last time, right? They got Norwood this time. Okay. I definitely want to do a Gav round. Just having all the teams in one place. It's just it seems like a great vibe. I definitely got to. I want to do that not next year. Sorry, 2025. That's the hope. That's the hope. But it should be a good gather round. It looks alright. Second year in a row, Oxford D's at 4:35 p.m. Will I be gone before round 2 starts? No, I will not. I'm there for 3 weeks. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, all of round 1 I'll be there. Round 2, maybe not all of it. Hawks feature long April 1st. Whoever loses gets the points. The best April Fool's joke of all time. You think Hawthorne only have one night game, so oh, rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace to me. Rest in peace to me. So this is when the times will change. Okay, so the clocks change, at least in England anyway. Actually, no, yeah, by this point, because that would have been 8:40. So at some point it changed in Australia, and then in England it changed, or one of the two anyway. It changed somewhere, then somewhere. But the clocks finished changing by around 5. I'll be back home by then anyway, which is beneficial because I have to wake up at like 8 a.m. Some good games here. Some good games. We'll see if Brisbane can do better at the MCG. They have been close a few times though. Oh, what a blockbuster right here. Oh, that's amazing, mate. Collingwood, Sydney. They get a kind of advantage, right, with that bye round. Of course, it's Collingwood. Collingwood and Richmond getting... and Melbourne. Yeah, it's that Victorian bias, my friends. Says me, I support Hawthorn. Round 6. Collingwood, Port. Carlton, GWS. When I think about this fixture, I think about 2017. That game where Carlton were huge underdogs and they managed to hold on by a point. That was like my first ever last 2 minutes reaction. Good memories, good memories. And I uploaded it at like, I uploaded it straight away, and it was up at like 3 a.m. In Australia, and there were Carlton fans waiting for my upload. I'm just like, well, fair enough. You're clearly still having fun with the alcohol after the game. Brisbane Geelong could be a banger. Oh, Western Derby. I hate this 11:10, but now I start work 2 hours later. So before I'd not be able to watch the full game. I'd miss a quarter. Now I can actually watch the whole game. So there is a difference there. Bloody 7 a.m. mate. I tell you what, because I finished work at midnight now, I might no guarantees, but if I'm not working on Sunday, then I'll consider staying up all night and then reacting to one of the games. But no guarantees. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility because I work later now. Yeah. Round 7. Now the bye rounds are over until the bye rounds. Yeah, very confusing, right? Okay, yeah, this is what you meant, Moss. The Wednesday game. Then you got obviously the traditional Western and Collingwood game. You also got GWS Brisbane, which could be great, you know. Both teams were brilliant last year. Both of them almost beat Collingwood. Not quite, but almost did. Port Saints produced some good games. Hawks Swans has also produced some good games, but it might not this year. We'll see. I keep saying this year. I keep thinking it's only 2024. It might be. Hawthorn v Gold Coast round 5. The early Hawthorn game starting out at 5:10 p.m. Well, at least we got one night game. I'll take one night game over no night games. Oh my days. Okay, Adelaide Showdown. I love an Adelaide Showdown. It's a Thursday night game. Okay, I like what you're doing. Carlton Collingwood. Oh, okay, this is and the Sydney show. What do they call it in Sydney? Do they just call it the Sydney Showdown, or what do they call it? What do they call this rivalry? The Battle of the... I don't even know. Because I know, this is the Adelaide Showdown. You got the Western Derby. You got the Q Clash. The Q Clash is not as good as this fixture, and I don't know what they call this one. Anyway, Melbourne Geelong, West Coast Essendon, Battle of the Bridge. Battle of the Bridge. Okay. That I didn't know that. I've learned something new today, guys. Hopefully I remember that, because sometimes I forget things. Sunday, late game, eh? A night game on Sunday. What's brought this on? I also noticed they're doing Thursday night until like round 13, 14. Yeah, I remember seeing that tweeted yesterday. So you got the Q Clash, you got the Battle of the Bridge, you got the Adelaide Showdown, and you got Carlton Collingwood. All in the same round. On paper, potentially round of the season. And Melbourne Geelong as well, that's another one. That's a big game. Potentially round of the season, but we don't know. It could be all blowouts, so we don't know for sure, but potentially round of the season. On paper, it could be. It's got every rivalry except the Western Derby. Well, not every rivalry, but you know, a lot of intense ones. Even this one, like, yeah, these two have history. It's mainly consisting of Geelong battering Melbourne, but still, history. Right, on to round 9. We'll get to the bye round soon. We just finished the bye rounds. Carlton Melbourne, obviously a massive game as well. Geelong Port. Well, we got the Saints, maybe we'll beat them again. Happened last year. Collingwood West Coast, you never know. That's at Marvel Stadium, eh? Interesting. MCG's not occupied this day. Interesting. I always find it interesting how an MCG home team is playing on a day. There's no MCG games, but they're playing at Marvel. It happens sometimes. Normally on a Sunday. Maybe there's something going on there. Maybe they're going to give the stadium a rest. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Am I on the same round? I thought I pressed 10. Why is Blues D's on the Thursday? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Suns Cats. Suns beat them last year. It was at round 2, right? We got a rematch from finals week 1. Maybe Adelaide could do something this time. Last time they lost out. Could have had a free kick right at the end. These two produce some nice games. Brisbane Richmond could be good. Could be good. Okay. I'm intrigued to see whether West Coast can at least improve their home form. At least maybe they can provide a challenge at Optus. I wouldn't hold too much hope though. Some good games here as well. Geelong GWS. GWS do win this game quite often. They love the stadium, and so do it was Freo. It was Freo. Two teams that like playing at the GMHBA. The ground suits them. Richmond Essendon. That was one of the games of the season last year at the MCG. A mark with a minute left or something? 37 seconds, I think it was, if I remember correctly, unless I think it wrong. But there was a mark at the end. Hello, Mr. Cat, how you doing? Why are they not singing that short I filmed of the singing? I just wasn't singing on that occasion. But like you can hear me singing in the vlog, and just not in that particular clip. Hawks, Brisbane. Oh, this is at Marvel, damn it! At the MCG we normally beat them, but because it's at Marvel they're gonna smash us. Brisbane like Marvel. At least I like it more than the MCG anyway. Melbourne Saints, Adelaide West Coast. Happy with Carlton's fixture, so shut up. I am not a Carlton fan. This is ironic because today's Stupid Idiots video today, in 2 hours time, Carlton's in the title. So it's interesting how you mentioned that. Bombers about to have a big campaign next year. They could, but we'll see. I feel like Bombers were very good first half of the season last year, but then the second half just fell off completely. Maybe they might learn from it and be more consistent this time. We shall see. Carlton, Collingwood Bulldogs. I'm trying to look at what games Hawthorn can win. A lot of them are very tough. But then I'm judging it on how good we are, and we're not that good. But I do expect better than last year. This year, we're still in 2023. I keep talking like it's 2024. Geelong, Richmond. I still feel Collingwood and Sydney do get some sort of advantage. Like, they're not playing until Saturday, Sunday, and in round 5 they get a bye round. So it's like these two actually get an advantage. Maybe not the same advantage that Melbourne and Richmond have got. Just pointing that out. Just pointing that out. Where was I? Was I in round 13? I was around 13. Some interesting games indeed. Okay, got the Collingwood Melbourne game, of course. Did they call it the King's birthday game this time? I think. What's my opinion opening round? I think it's very weird. You got 4 random games and then 10 bye rounds, which a bye round at the start of the season makes no sense. And then you got round 1, even though it's the 5th game, Richmond v Carlton, and it's billed as the first game of round 1, but there's already been 4 games. And then the 8 teams that played in round 1, they get a bye round later on. For example, Collingwood got a bye in round 5. It's just like, I don't understand. City not deserving of a Friday night date with Collingwood. Should have been someone else. We'll find out what they do next year. But yeah, there's a good run. Essendon and Carlton as well. Massive game on that day. So I shall look forward to that. Round 14, Brisbane St Kilda. These two love playing each other. Sydney and Collingwood get a late bye round as well, right? Because they got a bye in round 5. So I assume still that Collingwood's round 5 and round 15. Collingwood got some nice breaks. The Magpies have got some nice breaks, mate. Because they play 6 games up to round 5. Then they play 5 games. Then they get the bye round, and then they get a bye round here. That's actually pretty nice for Collingwood. And I assume Sydney get a bye in round 16 or something. So there's a nice round. Carlton, Geelong, Battle of the Bridge. Round 16. Your Pomfadillo is a surprise. You think Giants can win this one? I think they can. I think they're more ready now. I think they showed it in the finals last year. As long as they, hit the ground running, they can be a top 4 team this year, I think. So yeah, from this point on, is to be confirmed. So up to round 13 was Thursday. Okay. Obviously, the fixture is still the fixture, but they've not confirmed any scheduling. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There's plenty of time until then. But yeah, it'll be at the end of June, this one. Pretty interesting round. Richmond Carlton in this one as well. Maybe we might win this in before we lose by like 20 points. Round 17. This will be the first week of July. First weekend of July, I think. I got to keep track on like when this game is now. Collingwood Essendon and Geelong Hawthorn in the same round. We're in for some real treats there. Giants Blues. Interesting games once again. Second weekend of July we're into now. North versus these. The way you spelled North, mate, you should be on the list. Blockbuster Saturday night for the 2nd year running. I think I understand opening round now. The 4 teams that made prelims. The team that no one likes in Gold Coast. The 11th team in Richmond. The most disappointing team in Melbourne. And the most undeserving team this year is Sydney. Right. What do I prefer? 5-sided dice or 7-sided dice? 4-sided dice. I know it's not an option, but that's how a dice should be. Apart from there's one dice that's specific to a board game. Apart from that one. Collingwood Geelong is massive, or it could be, or it could not be. You never know. Geelong might have a bad season. Melbourne Essendon. We could win this game. Yes. We didn't beat Freo last year, though. To be fair, that was the final round of the season. Equals Brisbane. 3rd weekend of July, I think. Brisbane Sydney. Hawthorn Collingwood doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easy. Port Adelaide Richmond also can be quite a good game at the Adelaide Oval. Last weekend of July, I think. Have they confirmed the grand final date? Geelong gifted the easiest fixture of all time. North Melbourne is superior to North Melbourne. Okay, okay, mate. Okay. You're pushing it. You're pushing your luck, sir. Carlton Port, Collingwood Richmond. Could be big ramifications in this game. You never know. Could be battling over a final spot. I don't think Collingwood will be that low down, but still. I think they'll be top 4 again. Dew Clash. Western Derby this game as well. Now we're into August, I'm fairly certain, my birthday month. Carlton, Collingwood Carlton, got a nice game there. Wow, West Coast, Gold Coast, what a way to end the round. Wow, what a spectacle that could be. Watch that be a classic now, and you can come back to the stream and remind me that I was wrong again. This could be a great game, of course. Yes. Well, we're gonna beat the Carlton Blues. Don't you worry. And when we beat Carlton, I'm gonna celebrate so hard. Okay, and you guys are gonna be eating your words. He's no Carlton fan. We were wrong. Melbourne for Adelaide. The battle of the bottom 2. I think North will be higher this time, but we'll see. Sydney Collingwood. Round 23. Collingwood Brisbane, Essendon Sydney. Could be some great games here. Hawthorn Richmond. Would be great if we can beat them in that one. West Coast Carlton. Round 24. Gold Coast, no excuse to miss finals now. AFL 2024 fixture difficulty from easiest to hardest based on the 2023 percentage of the teams they play twice, 2024. So Gold Coast had the easiest fixture list, then North Melbourne, then West Coast. See, that's good for those 3. Then St Kilda, then Geelong, then Richmond, then Fremantle, then Essendon, then Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, Carlton, GWS, Adelaide. Damn, GWS and Adelaide, mate. They're getting harder fixture, yeah? Hawthorn, we got the 14th. Well, one of the hardest fixtures. Collingwood, Sydney, Port Adelaide. So what, Port of the hardest fixture list? Good luck to them. Obviously based on last year's percentages, but yeah. I'm not having this from Hyper. I'm not having this. So on paper, the best round, when I can find it, it's in round 7. It's not round 7. No, it isn't. No, it's not. This on paper, this should be the best round of the season. But this is on paper. It could be all blowouts, as I said. But to have an Adelaide Showdown, Carlton Collingwood, the Battle of the Bridge, Melbourne Geelong, and the Q Club. It could be, and at least up to Saturday it could be. Sunday might be a bit weak because I could see all blowouts here. But I this round has potential on paper. On paper, keyword on paper, not on rock, not on scissors, on paper. This could be the best round of the season, but you know, you never know. But yeah, this whole opening round thing is rubbish, my friends. Like, what is this? Like, what am I looking at here? What am I looking at? That's L for Brisbane. 4 points for Premiership. They've been cursed with the hardest fixture. Said that in the fixture video on A4 channel. I think if the Lions don't win a flag soon, I think it's definitely a failed error. At least from my perspective anyway, because they've been top 4 consistently. They've not been successful in finals, but they have been this year. And I kind of had a feeling they would be, because last year they were good against Richmond and Melbourne. And then they were only a few points off. Yes, it was a very good Collingwood team, who were the best team all season. But If they don't win, if Brisbane don't win a flag in this period, it's just like all of these great seasons, no flag. They were close though. At least it starts a week earlier. Yeah, I mean I'll be missing these games because I'll be. My plan was to explore Perth and Sydney before round one. That is still the plan. I'm actually in Sydney after this game, but I am in Sydney on this game, which is interesting. But I am going somewhere on that day, so I don't know. So we shall see. We shall see. Actually, let me check. Let me check, because where am I on the 9th of March? uh, I am going somewhere on the 9th of March. And I'll be back to my hotel maybe like half an hour before this game starts. So we'll see. Hang on. When I consider where I'm staying, it's like a 4 minute. It's like apparently. Wait, what? It's 40 minutes away. Well, that's a bit. Anyway, you've used that joke already, Hyper. All right, that's you should be on the list for overused joke, my friend. So yeah, interesting fixture list. I'm gonna look at my own team. I've forgotten how to bloody do this. There you go. That's where they changed how the layout is. Introduced to my phone, I guess. Essendon, Melbourne, Geelong, Collingwood. What a great start to the season. At least we're staying in Melbourne for the first 3 rounds. Gold Coast away ain't going to be easy either. Norfolk Marvel, winnable. Winnable based off last season, winnable. Then got Sydney. I think Sydney will be better this year than last year. I keep saying last year. We're still in last year. I think Sydney will be better in 2024, so we'll see. Bulldogs will be tough. St Kilda, I think we can beat them in Tasmania. I think we can beat them anywhere actually. Port Adelaide, the Oval, that's a tough one. Brisbane. At the MCG, I'd love our chances because we normally do it at the MCG. We beat them last year at the MCG, or this year I should say. But it's a Marvel, and Brisbane like Marvel, at least based off what I remember. Adelaide, at least it's MCG. Giants Tasmania. It's a tough game though. The Giants can definitely beat us. Richmond. No. West Coast away. GMHBA. That rhymes. Hawthorn Geelong. GMHBA. Who decided that then? Freo. Winnable. Collingwood. Adelaide away. Giants at Manuka. Carlton. Richmond. Then you got this game. I mean, I can see like 4 winnable games, maybe. Surprise me, Hawks. It's not like Essendon and Melbourne are any good. Okay, fair point. Exactly, Richmond will be bottom 4 next year. Forget Carlton are trying to hide the Richmond hatred by putting him way too high on the ladder. How could you think they will improve? No, that was I genuinely thought they'd improve. Plus, that was just a draft ladder anyway, but I don't think we should be that bad. Same with like Geelong as well. I've seen people put Geelong low. I'm just like, oh. I ain't trying to hide anything, mates. We used last year, next year, and this year football calendar. Right now is the year in between the seasons and no football. Reckon there'll be a shock bottom 4 team from one of the final contenders last year. Like one of Dogs. Dogs? They were not in the finals, mate. What do you mean? Dogs, Saints, Giants, Tigers, and Bombers don't. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the whole message. And Bombers don't count because people expect them to drop. Wait, what? Oh, finals contenders, I just realised as well. Sorry. I misread the whole thing. So Dogs, Saints, Giants, Tigers, and Bombers don't count because people expect them to drop. People expect Giants to drop? For what reason? Why does anyone expect the Giants to drop? If anything, they should go upwards. They didn't pick up the new players and they lost their coach. Yeah, well, you know, surprise is going to happen. I think Hyper is drunk. Mission really relevant this year. Can't name a single memorable game from them besides running against the Dogs. But you're a Dogs fan. Yeah, Richmond are a bit, you know, most of their good rounds at the start of the season. The Giants drop every second year after a great season. Yeah, but 2020, they did get smashed in the grand final the year before. So that's like that's the grand final curse. 2022, okay, but I don't think they were that good in 2021, unless I remember it wrong. You know, it's never as well as they did in the regular season. Yeah, but like if you look at the second half of last year, like up until round 15, they had no chance of making the 8, but then they made it. I think if they can hit the form that they hit the consistency that they hit last year, at the end of last year, I think they can do really well. Out of the teams that Hyper mentioned, he mentioned Dogs, Saints, Giants, Tigers, and Bombers. The Giants are the least likely to drop out of that group. Like, surely. I'm pretty sure the Giants were 4-8 after 12 rounds or something. But we shall see. Right, who did Marseille as the hardest fixture list? Was it Port Adelaide? Let's look at Port's fixture. I'm intrigued to see this fixture. Obviously based on percentages of 2023. Okay, that's a nice start. Richmond, Melbourne, Essendon. You know, but based off Mr. Cat's information, that's actually could be a good 4 easy games. When you think about it, they could win the 3 home games. If Richmond are as bad as you guys say they are, then surely they can win 4 in a row, right? Brisbane are the hardest one. Oh, right. Well, let's just quickly skim through these. Okay, interesting. One of GWS Tigers, Saints or Dogs might drop as a shock. Well, based off what I'm hearing, the Tigers dropping won't be a shock, because everyone, like, it's not just Mask and Mr. Cat. Like, I've seen predictions for the ladder for 2024. No one has Richmond that high. So like, yeah. Right, what else? Right, let's look at Brisbane's fixture. Considering how hard it is, they must make the gather factor count then. Carlton, Freo away. We'll see which Freo turns up. The Freo of 2023 or the Freo of 2022. You never know, Freo. Brisbane, Collingwood. To be fair, Brisbane, if they win their home games, they'll be alright. Like they had a hard start last year, and they lost 2 of their games. In fact, they lost the easy ones and they won the they won the hard ones, but yeah. By a round, Melbourne. Okay, up to here doesn't look too bad. Melbourne, Geelong, GWS and Manuka is massive. Q-Clash, Adelaide away, massive. Richmond. I feel like Brisbane's away form has been very good before 2023. But 2023 has been quite questionable, I think. But before that, yeah, they're actually pretty good away. Good thing they solidified their home form. Richmond, Hawthorn, Western Bulldogs, St Kilda, Port, Melbourne, Adelaide, West Coast, Sydney. Okay. There's definitely some tough parts in there. Who's got the easiest one then? Apparently I'm misreading every message. Mouse is telling the truth for once. What are you trying to say, Mr. Katz? You trying to say he doesn't tell the truth much? You just said ounce. Ounce is a weight, mate. It's like it's 1 ounce of berries or something. Who's got the easiest one? Gold Coast. Gold Coast got the easiest fixture. Well, the opposites to the Q-Clash. Brisbane played twice, Collingwood, GWS, Melbourne, St Kilda, Adelaide, Gold Coast. I'd have more faith in them if they were good at the MCG. To be fair, they had 2 good games there, but they lost both anyway. I think, yeah, it was Gold Coast. Suns played twice, Brisbane, GWS, Essendon, Richmond, North Melbourne, West Coast. Gold Coast. My prediction for them to finish 16th because it's not looking good then. Richmond, Adelaide, Bulldogs, GWS, Hawthorn, Sydney, West Coast, Brisbane. This might be quite tricky, but it's not a bad string of games. Collingwood, North, Ports, Giants, Brisbane, West Coast, Essendon, Melbourne. Very interesting indeed. Lions play Crows, D's, Pies, Giants, Suns, Saints twice. Late message. Why you got Red Homer Simpson in the comments, mate? Well, since we got Mr. Cat and Mask here as we look at their teams, let's start with Mr. Cat's Bulldogs. Wait, is Hyper Melbourne or St Kilda? Alright, got Bulldogs, got Melbourne first with a G, Gold Coast, West Coast. There are 2 winnable games there. Geelong and gather round. Essendon, Saints, Freo away, Hawthorn, Richmond, GWS, Sydney, Collingwood. It's not too bad. Brisbane, Freo. They got North, but okay, Port away stuff. We got Carlton, Geelong, Sydney. Okay, if Sydney play well with the season, this could be a tough period. And you got Melbourne, and you got Adelaide away, and then North and GWS. There's some tough ones there, but It's not too bad. You're starting 9-0. You think you're winning the first 9 games, yeah? Okay. Confidence from Mr. Katz. Confidence. If you do that, you'll make the 8 for sure. You can't have a start that good and not make it. So, okay. Possible. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. 4, I can see it. 5, 6, 7, 8. To be fair, I'll give it to you. I can see that. I feel like the toughest game there is Frio. I could be wrong. This isn't my Frio bias. I know I like Frio, but like Frio Optus can be quite tough if they turn up. Shut up, Windows. I don't care. What I think I do. Wait, did my stream disconnect? Or am I fine? I think I'm fine. Maybe 8-1 movement tricky. If you beat Melbourne, you know, that's a good start. I feel like your hardest game might be Freo. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Richmond and Gold Coast played each other in the first and last round in 2024. Oh, really? How the Dogs beat West Coast? Couldn't do it last year. It was just a weird time, you know. We lost Hawthorn as well, a week after, or a week before, whatever. Now let's look at Essendon. Got to go to bed soon. I got work. To be fair, I got it's like 10 hours, 10.5 hours till I start work. So I can still get 8 hours sleep. even like I could theoretically stay on for another 2 hours and still be alright, but I actually want to go to bed. But we'll look for a few more. Okay, so Essendon got Hawthorn, Sydney away, St Kilda, Port away, Bulldogs at Marvel. Should be an interesting game, this one. I look forward to it. Adelaide at the Oval, Collingwood, West Coast away, Giants, North, Richmond, Gold Coast, Carlton, West Coast, Geelong, Collingwood away. I mean, I keep saying away. Yes, I know. Technically, they are away. Yes, but it's at the MCG. So I mean, I always. I mean, it is technically away, but like I'm exaggerating it as if they're like traveling somewhere. Then you got Melbourne. At least they stay at the MCG here, and you know, actually, well, look, they stay in Victoria. They stay in Melbourne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Nah. Someone called the Australian police, bro. How are you playing 10 rounds in a row in Melbourne? What? It's fixed. Mr. Cat is fixed. It's fixed, miss. Look at this. 10 in a row. I'm in Melbourne. This is Richmond type fixing. This is what Richmond do every year. They took Essendon's fixture list and gave it to... No, they took Richmond's fixture list, gave it to Essendon, mates. Collingwood have 9 of the last 10 games of the season at the MCG. It's fraud. It's Victorian bias. It's Victorian bias. How dare they? How dare they? Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Absolutely. I am flabbergasted by this nonsense. I should make a stupid idiots video about Victorian AFL bias. But I look through Essendon's fixture list. Bloody 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in a row. Look, there's another 3 here. Wait, hang on. That's 13 out of 14 games. 14 games in a row. 13 in Marvel. No, sorry, not Marvel. Sorry. 13 either at Marvel or the MCG. I can't be asked. No. This is fixed. This is fixed. You're getting your lawyers on the other side of this. I am backing you on these lawyers, mates. 13 out of 14 games. I gotta make Stupidiness videos after this, mate. My word. I can't believe it. And you're telling me Collingwood also have got a nice fixture list as well. Oh no, this is ridiculous. I tell you, it is ridiculous. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 8, 8 out of 9. 8 games out of 9 of the MCG there. And then 9 of the last 10 apparently as well. Oh, these frauds. Hello Luke, how you doing? Pies played 10 of the last 12 in Victoria. So Collingwood play 10 of the last 12 games in Victoria. And Essendon play 13 games out of 14. 13 out of 15 if you include the very last round. But up to round 23, they play 13 games in Melbourne out of 14. Man, this is ridiculous. This is bloody ridiculous, my friend. Like, they literally got Geelong away and it's not the GMHBA. They don't even leave Melbourne. It's just like... It's ridiculous. We got to look at this fraudulence one more time, my friends. I'm going to start an agenda. I'm going to start an agenda, my friends. This is ridiculous. This is bloody ridiculous. From this point on, from round 9 to round 23, they play one game outside of Melbourne. One game outside of Melbourne from round 9 to 23. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I can't believe it. If Essendon win all of these games, we got a protest. Protest! We should play. It's fixed. That's what's called a fixture. You know what, T. Cullen? That is a very good comment. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Saints play in the last 9 games at Marvel State. What? Another fraud! Damn it. Hawthorn, get good again so we can get these fixture lists. Look at the Saints. Marvel. Adelaide Oval. Marvel. There's a Marvel there as well. Bloomin' heck. What on earth? It's not even, there's not even MCG here. It's just Marvel. Check every Victorian team. I'm going to check Richmond, because normally Richmond are the ones that get this fixture list normally. And like everyone complains that Richmond gets this fixture list. What have they gotten? Oh, they got some MCG here. Okay. They've got 3 MCGs here. Okay, GMHBA, there's a bit of a difference. Okay. Okay, MCG, Optus, MCG, Adelaide, MCG, Marvel. Okay, that's also, apart from, you know, there's a couple games non-Melbourne there, but there's a lot of, like, there's 2 games not in Melbourne from round 14. Yeah, that's not as bad as Essendon's or St Kilda's. If Hawthorn stops sending home games to Tasmania, they get the same thing. Excuses. Bloody excuses, mate. Let me check Melbourne. Have Melbourne got a fraudulent fixture list as well? Last 5 in Victory Richmond. Unbelievable. Got Connect 4 in Melbourne here. Yeah, Alice Springs. Yeah, that nice difference. MCG, Optus, MCG, Marvel, MCG, Heritage. Okay, that's not as bad as some of the ones we've seen. Oh my days! Damn. I don't know. I have to say, you know what? Let's check Carlton. That's the team we got to check last. Oh, But there's a bit of a string here. Marvel, Marvel, MCG, MCG, MCG. Okay, 5. SCG, Marvel, Adelaide. MCG, 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 Giants. Marvel, Marvel, Marvel. MCG, MCG, Optus. 2 games not in Melbourne from round 9 for Carlton. This is ridiculous, I tell you. For me, the worst one is Essendon. It's not just because it's the first one I saw. It's just like 13 out of 14 games, all in Melbourne, is just like I don't know, mate. I don't know. Hawthorn don't have more than 3 games around Melbourne. It's ridiculous. Because I'm not because I'm a Carlton fan. I'm checking Victorian teams. I didn't even check all of them, but like I checked all the big guns. I thought you got to go with Carlton as well because we literally checked all their rivals. we should check them too. Yeah. So that is very interesting. This opening round bollocks is still bollocks to me. I don't understand it. Because like this is round 1, and this should be the traditional first game. But I mean, for me, the first game should be the grand final rematch. I feel like they should do that every year. It gives you a nice range because obviously you get different grand finalists every year. But still, that's a different discussion. This is meant to be the first game, but it's not the first game. It's the 5th game, even though this is the first game in round 1, but it's not the first game of the season. And then 10 teams don't play in this round, and these teams get bye round somewhere here, and then another bye round there. It's just like, what's going on with the world? What's going on with the world? Ridiculous. It's to promote the game in New South Wales and Queensland. Jumping to start the same week rugby does. Is that all it is? pretty elaborate. Well, I guess we shall see what happens. Let me know when tickets go on sale. I assume it's 3 months before, but obviously, like, tickets also depend on the team and the stadium as well. Because sometimes it's Ticketmaster, sometimes it's Ticketek. But one thing I do know, during this round I'll be in Perth, but I'll be in Sydney after this game. So it's like, I could go to this game. I'm also busy on that day. I'm going somewhere, and I'd be getting back to my hotel like half an hour before the game. Then like the stadium's 40 minutes away from my hotel, so it's like But what I can do is, because I'll be in Australia next year, guys. If you I mentioned like 84 times now, but you've got to remind people. But the plan is to go to these 3 games. Because I'll be in Melbourne on this week, so like these 3 games are very much ideal. Why not this game? You'll find out why soon. But yeah, these 3 games are definitely a top target for me. Those are priority, so I look forward to that. And in round 2, I expect to also still be in Melbourne, and hopefully we're able to see St Kilda Collingwood and Hawthorn Melbourne as well, and also Dogs Suns. And that's at Mars Stadium. Is Mars Stadium that far? I mean, even if it's far, I got this game. Got Richmond Port Adelaide. So yeah, swap one event with another. I mean, I could do that. That is definitely something that's doable. So we will see. We will see. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah. That is it from me for tonight. It is almost 6 a.m. I do now work 4 p.m. to midnight, but I still need at least a few hours sleep. But yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Stupid Idiots will be coming in about an hour and 20 minutes. There will be one. You know what? You want me to just show you what's coming? I'll show you what's coming. All right. Since you guys are here live, I'll give you a nice preview of what's coming. Look. There you go. Look. See, I'm not a Carlson fan. See, you're gonna find out why today. See, there's one today. There's one tomorrow. One on the day after, and then this. Oh, look, Mr. Cat's apology. Mr. Cat, you're going to be looking forward to this episode, mate, on Sunday. Yeah, tune in. I'm after you. Mate. This will be on Monday. 2 on Tuesday. You're getting a double on Tuesday. Yeah, because basically this turned into like me talking about certain things, and then I just put less people on the list from this point on. I'm just like, these 2 episodes aren't that good anyway, so I put them both on the same day. Then you got this episode. Then you got a day off. You got a day gap. And then there's someone who thinks I have a medical condition. I'm genuinely serious. Someone thinks I have a medical condition. So I'm going after someone here for something else unrelated. And then you got the last one, which is next Sunday. Sunday after this Sunday. And then maybe I'll make more. After seeing the Essendon fixture list, maybe I have to make more because it's bloody ridiculous, I tell you. Bloody ridiculous. Ridiculous. Essendon and St Kilda, you both are frauds. Frauds! He's too traumatised to attend Hawthorn after his most hated team, Richmond, thrashed. Stop this. You're going to be on the list, mate. Do a phantom draft. I don't know what that is, but you can let me know in the comments. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And goodbye.